Welcome to another edition of the Player 4 Podcast.
Hi, I'm Tristan, a.k.a. Shagrazir on the Rooster Teeth website.
Hey, I'm Alex, a.k.a. Chaos Black 21.
And I'm Joseph, a.k.a. J Dunlap.
I felt like something was missing.
Something is missing.
Spoiler alert.
Haley. So why is she missing?
We don't know yet.
Hopefully we'll find out later.
Last time she was really tired and fell asleep, and I do know that she's working, I think, 2 jobs right now. I think basically full-time. So she could be exhausted, and that's understandable. So if she joins us, then we'll be glad to have her back.
Yes, she's been pretty busy, but for now, I guess we're going to be the Player 3 Podcast.
Player 3 Podcast. So, what about last week? What's that called?
Last week.
And another thing.
Yes, it's called And Another Thing.
Yes, so does anyone have anything for And Another Thing?
Yes, I have something for And Another Thing. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
What do you want? Do you really, really want?
I want a pony.
Oh. Well, that's really expensive. Can we get, a My Little Pony toy instead?
You know what you can do for me? I want to watch the next Avengers movie. Can you make it come out this week?
I might be able to do that. I can pull some strings. I know Joss Whedon. I don't actually, but I'm going to tell you I do.
Okay. I'm sure through 7 Degrees of Separation, we can get a hold of Joss Whedon.
Or Jesus.
So, what does this have to do with last week's podcast?
I don't know. I just thought it was a fun segue into something we weren't going to talk about.
We did talk about it a little bit last week.
Yeah.
When we talked about Batman versus Superman.
But we are on the subject of Marvel, and Marvel is the topic I wanted to bring up in And Another Thing.
And another thing.
And another thing. Tristan,
Yes.
you were right about something.
I was right for once? Well, I better leave before I become wrong about it.
Wait, this might be the same thing that I was doing, but unless it's Marvel-based, then it won't be. It's something else.
Don't steal my rightness and thunder.
So how many times is Tristan right? Are we both telling Tristan he's right then?
Well, the thing that I was going to say he is technically right about because I went back and watched something.
No. Let me do mine.
Okay, so you go first. I mean, Tristan, I'm sure, is fine with whoever goes first because he's right either way.
This is the Tristan is right cast. It's just a branch of Tristancast.
I like this branch of Tristancast. It makes me feel good.
Are we going to get that picture anytime soon?
I haven't made it yet, but, it felt a little egotistical to make it myself. I wanted somebody else to do it.
Well, I wanted to do it, but you guys didn't want me to do a sloppy paint version.
So instead, they had me do a sloppy paint version of the Twitter games.
You know what I'm enjoying is that our listeners are probably getting frustrated that I won't say what I wanted to say.
You're building up the suspense.
Yeah, I'm building up the suspense.
It's a writer's tool.
I'm enjoying the conversation. Tristan, last week I called you out, so I figured it was only fair this week to tell you that you were right about something for once.
Yay, wait, for once.
I'm just kidding.
Yay!
So Ryan Reynolds tweeted a Throwback Tuesday picture today. Throwback Thursday, I'm sorry. And it was a picture of his character from X-Men Origins Wolverine, which we discussed in a previous podcast.
You mean Deadpool? It wasn't really, though.
No, he said something about he needed thought bubbles because he didn't have a mouth, and then he hashtagged it Baraka Pool.
There you go.
Yeah, Baraka.
So, score 1 for Tristan.
Yes! I did say it was supposed to be Baraka.
What? Everyone who watched that movie and knows Mortal Kombat knows that it's Baraka.
Wait, what's Baraka?
But he's on the record saying it in the podcast.
So I also said something about Baraka as well.
No, you didn't.
All right, you can share the rightness with me. I'll allow this.
Well, I'll take it because, I mean, you're still ahead of me once I tell you that you're right about this other thing.
I get to be right about 2 things?
Well,
I already said this.
Alex is saying that since a lot of people were right, that it somehow detracts from you being right.
Oh, it's true. He took away some of my thunder. But he's giving me more thunder, so let's hear about the other thunder.
Go ahead, Alex.
The other thing, we were talking about nap time and pants time.
Oh, yeah.
I rewatched the clip, and Caboose does, in fact, say nap time comes before pants time, not after.
Yeah, because when you're asleep, you don't get dressed. You get dressed after you wake up. So pants time is when you get dressed. So yeah, score 2 for me.
See, I thought he said pants time comes before nap time, meaning that pants takeoff time comes before nap time.
I see.
I did not know that he said nap time first.
Of course, that's the way the line goes, because he also follows it up with "not after." So I get to detract from yours now and say that I also said that.
But
everybody
then,
wants, it's okay. Everybody wants to share in my rightness.
No, then you agreed with me, because then we went into the whole story about pantsing people.
Well, I agreed that pants time makes it sound like you're going to take off your pants.
Player 3 argument cast.
Yeah, but now I'm really, really confused about... I was just thinking about the conversation we had last week about pantsing and how it's taking off pants, not putting on pants, and...
English is a level 5 language, Joseph. It's okay if you don't get it.
It is?
Yeah.
What's a level 1 language?
A level 1 language would be Spanish.
We are still going to do that video, though, right?
I think so.
What?
Cut away to have pants on.
The video where we would put pants on people. And we're like,
we didn't even have to wait till episode 150 for him to forget it and then think it's a great idea upon remembering it.
That's fine. I'm okay with this.
All right, is there anything else for and another thing that... Tristan, do you have anything that you say that you're right on so you can keep going?
Can we rename this segment to "And Another Time Tristan Was Right"?
No, because it only applies this week.
Oh, well. No, I didn't have any corrections. I think that last week was great. I got to edit it. I feel cool.
I want to create, like, once we get further down the line, I want to cut all the times that Tristan says, "No, I thought last week was great. I don't have anything to change about it." I want him to put that all together, every single one.
Not only that,
Episode 30, the riff track is just me saying that 30 times because I say it every episode.
not only that, Alex, it needs to be a remix.
You can put it to dubstep.
Yeah, drop the bass on some.
Drop the bass.
Yeah, like
last week was great.
Yeah. Make it dubstep, but it's Tristan that's the dubstep.
I thought last week was great. Great.
I thought last week was great.
It needs more wub-wubs.
But then it starts to sound like you're stuttering.
Well, I mean, that's what dubstep is, right? It's just rhythmic stuttering. Pop and lock.
You just blew my mind.
I think I might have. I blew my own mind.
Next week, I'm going to bring this up as another time you were right.
Rhythmic stuttering.
I'm going to teach that to my students.
I have helped create a lesson. The more you know, Tristancast.
Yeah. So Avengers 2 comes out this week.
So we should go back to Marvel because that's where this started.
Yeah. Bringing it all around. Avengers 2.
Woo, finally.
So I called up Joss Whedon. He said he can release it this week.
I'm excited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Although people were already planning on going. Did they know that you were going to do that?
Well, I mean, I'll have to, like, tweet it or something, I guess. That's, the fastest way of getting information around now, right?
Oh.
Do you even have a Twitter?
No, he doesn't.
No, he does. He just doesn't use it.
He does?
I have a Twitter account so that I can get information from the Guardian wire, and it gets texted to me, so I never have to open up Twitter.
Is it Shagrazir?
Yes.
I'm looking at your Twitter.
Oh, great. I'm going to get more tweets that I'll never read.
Followers 1. Who follows you?
That's probably Noah.
Noah Pestana.
Yes, Concubus from the RT website.
Well, soon he's going to have 2.
No, I'm not going to follow him. Because he doesn't do anything.
It's true.
Tristan follows League of Legends, Gavin, Barb, Michael, Elder Scrolls Online, a composer from Mexico.
You don't even follow us? What the hell?
Jeff Ramsey, Dan the Man, Griffin Ramsey.
Wait, who's the composer from Mexico?
Maluka.
Oh, yeah. No, she's awesome.
Bernie Burns, Jack Patillo, Gustavo Sorella, Guardian Wire, the aforementioned, Lauren, Noobs' girlfriend, and Noah Pestana, I guess because he's following you. And then you have 4 favorite tweets. Let's see what those are.
I'm disappointed that Player 4 Podcast is not part of that following.
Let's see.
This really is the Tristancast now. Let's just put all the information out there.
A League of Legends picture, like fan art.
Yeah, can we find a Social Security?
Damn.
a picture from Elder Scrolls Online, a tweet about TES Online.
We gotta find
The
some
Elder Scrolls
Tristan,
Online.
Oh, I thought it was ESO.
We gotta find some Tristan baby
and
pictures
then,
too.
and then a tweet from Noah to you that is quite entertaining.
Yeah, I think he sent me that one last week on Friday.
April 17th. And you
That
are
was 2 weeks ago.
mechanical engineer. Yes, I am a robot. That's your description. And then my suggested...
Are you a gay robot?
Well, see, that was the joke I wanted to make, but then I figured somebody would take it literally or offensively, so I left that word out. I was trying to reference church, though.
Yes, I am a happy robot, perhaps?
Yeah, I could say that.
And then Jewel State is being suggested for me to follow.
Oh, I should probably follow her.
I don't know
She's
why I'm
awesome.
not following Jewel State already. Now I'm following Jewel State.
There
She
you
likes
go.
to post pictures of herself relaxing and saying something like, thinking about my haters.
Who would hate Jewel State?
I don't know, but people do, and so she makes pictures that kind of baits them and trolls them.
Hey, I liked her before Firefly because she was on an old episode of The X-Files.
You gonna put on your hipster glasses?
I could put on my hipster glasses, but I think I'm instead going to put on my FBI uniform with my Mulder badge, which
Is that
I
a
have.
segue?
Is it a segue? We could talk about The X-Files. Have you ever watched The X-Files?
No.
Oh. That
No.
was sort of like my introduction into the science fiction realm of things. I watched that probably starting in 1995, and it started in 1993, so I started pretty near the beginning.
Well, at that time I was watching Animaniacs.
Oh. I love The X-Files. I watched that show religiously,
Okay.
and then I went back.
I think maybe my wife watched X-Files a little bit.
I appreciate Alex's rendition.
Yeah, that was nice. Made me think of when Peter Griffin on Family Guy was playing X-Files theme. When he found out he could only play the piano when he was smashed.
Yeah. I remember
There are
that
so
one.
many things you find out you can do in that state. Like
Yeah.
fly.
Mostly things that you didn't want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying is one of those things that you wake up and you realize that no, you couldn't.
So is the Avengers 2 really coming out this week?
Yes, it is, actually.
Yes.
Woo!
And they tied into Avengers 2 at the end of this week's episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
They kind of...
See, I'm not up to date on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I only watch it on Netflix, so I'm a season behind.
Oh, okay. I think Hulu Plus you can be up on it, and Hulu you're a week behind on. Free Hulu. So if you want to watch recent stuff and you don't feel like downloading, you can go to Hulu and be a week behind, and that's fine. Just avoid reading about it on social media.
New sponsor. Hulu.
Well,
No.
if they want to sponsor
Not
us,
until I get a check.
I'll plug Hulu Plus if they want to sponsor us. I'm plugging free Hulu. They don't get anything for that.
Don't get anything. Well, no, we don't get anything. People who listen to us might actually go watch Hulu, which means they get customers.
Sure, unless they have ad block.
Well, yeah, but I mean, well, yeah.
I'm just being a wet blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just
Anyway.
like raining on my parade over here.
That's a song. Anyway, this week, the episode didn't necessarily lead to Age of Ultron. I'm doing hand motions, by the way. You should
They're
see-
very helpful.
they're very helpful.
Yeah.
I'm moving my hand from one part of the table to the
I
other.
didn't know
part
you
of
were
the
so
table.
good at shadow puppets.
I am good at shadow puppets, actually. I'll have to tell that story one time.
That's a really good Thor.
I'm not doing Thor. Tristan, are you doing a Thor?
Oh, I was supposed to be Captain America. I'm sorry.
Alex, you're a very bad telepath. Anyway, the end of the episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like the last 2 or 3 minutes this week, kind of led towards, not really plot-wise towards Age of Ultron, just preparing you for some small connections.
Small connections.
A character kind of hints at some things that are about to happen because she knows. And then Coulson gets on a call with someone from the original Avengers movie, and they talk about something that's related to Age of Ultron as well. And that's as much as I'll say.
Ominous.
Yeah. And then you go, oh, okay, I see. They've been leading to this in subtle ways. Not plot-wise, but just little elements that we're going to see.
Well, I'm excited to see that because I really did enjoy the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I thought they did a really good job explaining all the improbable things so that in a way that you didn't hate them for just trying to retcon things.
Oh, yeah. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1 was what Joss Whedon tried to do with Firefly, which is just establishing a team and establishing their personalities. And this time he was allowed to do that. So they just knocked it out of the park when Winter Soldier came out, and they tied it in and completely changed the landscape of the storyline of the show. And then from then on, you were like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? So this whole season has been exciting and adding a new element. They've even been kind of teasing towards the Inhumans. They've been teasing towards Civil War. It's been really, really good. And some of the characters have gone on some very interesting character arcs.
At least half the podcasters here like Joss Whedon a lot, so you'll probably hear about him frequently.
Oh, yeah, we could talk Joss Whedon. But what I want to talk about now is Daredevil.
Daredevil? You mean the TV show?
Yes. I finally got around to watching it.
I watched the first season, which is on Netflix.
Yes, they uploaded it all at once. So, let's not spoil it for Alex, but I really want to talk about it. Like, the little reference to the Battle of New York, did you see that towards the end of the season?
Yes.
The guy was like reading a newspaper article, and I was like, yes! That's all they have to do. They don't have to do anything else to refer to it. Just say that it's there. And the construction guys saying something about superheroes are the reason they have the opportunities that they have now. And I'm like, yes, Battle of New York.
I gotta be honest, so watching through Daredevil, I was paying not 100% attention, because I was having way too much deja vu to Arrow. It was like, I know it's a different superhero, but I feel like this has been done before. In the form of Arrow.
Haven't gotten around to watching the DC TV shows yet.
Arrow is a pretty good show, but I mean, when you've watched both Arrow and Daredevil, you're going, there's a lot of similarity in the storytelling here, like an obnoxious amount of similarity in how the stories are told, because they're both like the coming into the new identity story. I'm gonna mute.
That's not a good sign.
I think he's on fire.
Tristan, are you on fire? Oh wait, he's muted. He can't answer. Muted. So we can say whatever we want about him, right?
Yeah.
He can't hear us. We can't hear him. It's interesting what Tristan was saying, though, that a lot of the storytelling is similar, because I really, really enjoyed Daredevil. So I guess that means I would enjoy Arrow as well.
Mm-hmm. I've only seen a few episodes of Arrow, and I thought it looked interesting. I want to go back and watch it. I also want to go back and watch The Flash, because I only saw the first couple episodes of that. But
I'm hearing Gotham is actually picking up as well. I'm hearing all three of those shows are picking up.
I'm so far behind all of them. I'm behind on Blacklist too. I was really pumped for Blacklist and Gotham and Sleepy Hollow, and then I just got behind on all of them, and so now I'm just waiting for those to hit Netflix or hit Hulu that I can just watch, which I'm sure they're on Hulu probably. Hulu has everything.
Oh, of course, yeah. Hulu has, in fact, more than Netflix, as far as I know. One of the reasons I want to watch Gotham is I started following Morena Baccarin from Firefly. Is that how you say her name?
I don't know.
I've never actually said her name, but she's Brazilian. Remember the story where Joel met her while drunk and he said, "Are you from Brazil?" She is in Deadpool, and she's playing Copycat, and I started following her around when I started following Ryan Reynolds. And I didn't know that Ryan Reynolds had a Twitter until Nathan Fillion said that Ryan Reynolds had a Twitter, so it all comes around, because now I'm following Inara from Firefly. And she's also in Gotham. She's been tweeting about Gotham towards the end of the season. It's going to be awesome and stuff. So I'm kind of interested in it. I don't know. There's too many Batman stories in the past decade.
Who does she play in Gotham? Do you know?
Let me look that up real quick. Do some
pretty much going to be a TV show for every superhero ever now. A new live action TV show.
She is Dr. Leslie Tompkins from Arkham Asylum.
Okay, no, so she's the, I think she's kind of somewhat the second love interest of Gordon.
Oh, good for Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that she's got a new recurring role on the show. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw the episode that they brought her in, so that's how I know kind of what she does.
Arkham Asylum is a fascinating part of the Batman lore.
Yeah, they didn't stay there for long though.
Who?
In Gotham. It was only a few episodes. I'm sure they'll come back to it again. But
I thought you were talking about someone that was actually checked in at Arkham Asylum.
No. They don't stay in Arkham for very long. They tend to get discharged, with a full bill of health, a clean bill of health, and then they go back to wreaking havoc.
I can't wait for Deadpool, though. Whenever that's going to happen.
Well, you're going to have to keep waiting until it happens.
Really?
I'm afraid so.
Oh.
I only have pull with Joss. I got him to release the Avengers this week.
Oh, okay. So, can you get Joss to get on the horn with the director of Deadpool?
I'll see what I can do.
Or
I'll have to do it after
the podcast, use in your favor.
I'll see. I pulled some strings to get this done, but I'll see what I can do.
All right, guy with the connections.
There you go. Tristancast.
He's right, and he has connections. Great.
It's Tristancast.
It is.
You need to make his picture bigger than ours.
I'm doing the video. I can handle that.
To accompany how big his head is right now, probably.
This screen ain't big enough for the three of us.
It could be a picture of him laying on a couch. Draw me like one of your French girls.
Oh, God. It'll be the scene from Titanic all over again.
Well, that was the reference.
Yeah,
no one wants that.
Or it could be like the artistic rendering of Gus sitting naked in Jeff's chair. If you've seen that in person, then you've seen one of the 7 wonders of the world.
I think that one of our previous guests actually owned the photograph.
Are you talking about Mary?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
For a time. You only get to keep it for 1 year, and then you have to sell it at the next auction.
I just know that on her profile, she has a thing that says Naked Gus approves of this.
7 times.
7-time user.
Featured user.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe that at last year's RTX Child's Play auction, she bought the Naked Gus cardboard cutout, or the big blown up image, and then I believe this year, or maybe it was the previous year, and then she sold it last year, but either way, you buy it, and then you have to sell it at the next one.
Well, you're not really selling it, you're donating it back to them.
Yeah, sorry, you donate it, and then they sell it again.
Which, I already know what I'm getting at the charity auction for this year.
Naked Gus?
No, I'm getting another One Blue Wolf drawing that he did. Me and Lozelda and I already have it figured out, so you guys better not touch it.
I'm going to outbid you. Just to mess things up for you.
Tristan's going to come in with bodyguards and stand next to it and not bid, and nobody else can come close to it, and then at the last second, snipe it.
Pull one of those Legend of Zelda Wind Waker moves.
No, that's what I had to do at the end of the last one. I had to, me and this one person were going at it, bidding at this another One Blue Wolf drawing, and so finally at the very end, they were counting down. I'm just scribble down, get it, snipe it.
Double the previous offer. Dang!
Yeah, I'm fairly certain silent auctions quickly become contact sports.
That's why I'm bringing football pads.
They're going to be like, who's that bodybuilder?
Underneath your suit.
Yeah. I will have my lovely James Bond-esque tuxedo, and I'll look like this giant guy because I'll have football padding underneath.
And then behind you, Alex will be doing Arnold Schwarzenegger voiceover.
Stay around.
You need to get out of here. I want to get that drawing. This is my drawing.
For One Blue Wolf's enjoyment, can you say One Blue Wolf's drawing?
This is One Blue Wolf's drawing. That was very hard to do. That was like a tongue twister for me and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
One Blue Wolf drawing. Now we can tell him, oh yeah, we talked about you, and then he'll get on there and be like, all you did was say my name like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
4 times also.
So, to kind of transition from that, One Blue Wolf is taking part in a little community project by some others known as Bitblender, where I guess he's going to be doing drawing videos. It's art with One Blue Wolf, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm intrigued. I want to see it.
One Blue Wolf, when you listen to this, can you leave us a comment and tell me whether you're going to do any Bob Ross impressions?
And over here, we're going to put a nice happy bush.
We'll just make that a little secret. And if you tell anyone, I'll come to your house and I will cut you.
Well, that was just mean, Bob Ross. Just mean.
That was the Family Guy version, although I prefer Miles' version of Bob Ross.
That wasn't an exact version of the Family Guy one.
Okay, it was close enough, right?
He doesn't say cut you. I'm pretty sure he says kill you.
That's fine. I like cut better. It's funny.
Now we have to bleep the word kill. Because this is for children.
How would you say the word kill?
Now we have to bleep my word kill.
He said it. He said it again. I said it.
So does this whole thing just go bleep?
I thought we were supposed to do that for Haley.
That's just us censoring her whole life.
Well, we have to make up for Haley not being here, so
I suppose so.
Yes,
I'm a ghost podcast.
I'm sad-faced. There's no Haley.
Yeah, we're missing the female part of our podcast, and that's
what people came to listen to, too. I mean, who wants to listen to three guys talk about stuff?
Well, to be fair, Alex is the feminine counterpart in this group.
Wait,
I didn't want to say anything about it. I just wanted to silently acknowledge that.
Yes, a silent nod.
If anything, being caboose, I'm like gender neutral.
You heard it here, folks. Caboose is gender neutral.
Freckles!
I'm just saying that's what he... if he had to go somewhere, it wouldn't be towards the female. If he couldn't go towards the male, it'd be gender neutral.
That's because girls never like him.
I like me.
Robots always like me. I think it's because of my awesome dancing.
Dancing time!
I'm getting quieter now because I'm getting farther away.
Alright, so now we're down to the Player 2 podcast.
I get that. That's funny. So maybe we should play a game.
Games.
God.
Games.
To play a game.
I'm not good at games. Make the game easy so that I can win.
Let's do Plot Twist. Want to play Plot Twist?
We'll try.
A game.
I heard yes, so we're going to play Plot Twist.
Alright, bracing myself.
For those who are just now listening to our podcast and have never heard us play Plot Twist before, it's a game where we, in an impromptu manner, come up with a storyline of a movie based on a genre and two characters, and then we do impressions of those characters as we work our way through the story, but then we go in an order, and the person who is next will then interject with a plot twist until we get to the end of the movie.
Affectionately dubbed by Joseph the Shyamalan-ing.
Yes, the Shyamalan-ing.
Shyamalan-ing.
So how we'll do this is we'll start with Tristan, because his face is on the left on my screen. And
well, he's in the middle on mine.
Alex and I will come up with a story, and Tristan...
I don't appear at all on my own screen.
Tristan will begin the scene, and then Alex will interject and say plot twist, and then say what the plot twist is, and then he'll Shyamalan the crap out of the story. And then it'll be my turn, and then Tristan will get to finish it, and then the next time Alex will start and finish, and then we'll do it like that. So
I think he's convinced he's saying that name correctly.
The Shyamalan.
Do you realize how little I care about how to pronounce that guy's name?
Manite.
I'm just going to say Manite from now on. And
Manite Shyamalan.
He would be proud.
Manite Shamblan.
All right, Joe, what do you want me to do?
Okay, give us a female lead.
A female lead. I will go with Sofia Vergara.
You got that, Tristan?
I have no idea who she is.
She's on Modern Family.
I don't watch that show.
I could try to think of another one.
Out of the billions of women on Earth, you think you might be able to find another one? Why don't you go to one of your list of women?
Let's go with... We'll go with Emma Watson.
Who's that?
Okay. Emma Watson from Harry Potter?
I was kidding.
Okay. That was really good, Tristan. Good job.
I win sarcasm, and by that I mean I lose sarcasm because people can't tell I'm sarcastic.
I was just having a conversation about you with my wife today about how you're the most deadpan of the group. And when I'm deadpan, people don't expect it, and so people get confused. But just now you confused us, so good job.
I guess I win that argument with your wife. Discussion.
Tristan, choose a genre.
No, I already did that one. Let's just go with comedy this time.
Okay, it's a comedy with... Who was that?
I almost said horror again.
And it's a comedy starring Emma Watson and Black Alex.
What? I'm not a celebrity!
Well, you're on a podcast.
Okay, this will be interesting.
Yeah.
That's a word for it.
So, Alex, location.
We are in Cuba now.
Cuba.
Okay, Tristan. What are they doing in Cuba?
So the scene opens. Emma Watson and Black Alex don't know each other yet. They're both in Cuba. One is vacationing. Black Alex is making drug deals because he thinks that's how you're supposed to do it. Now, of course, in this scene, Black Alex is failing at making a drug deal and is currently being held at gunpoint while Emma Watson has just finished shopping. She rounds the corner into the alley thinking it's the way to her hotel and finds Black Alex at gunpoint, at which point she attempts to intervene to save him. Unwittingly, of course.
Plot twist, though, is the fact that she's not really... She's trying to save him at the same time. She's trying to get the money from the bad deal for herself. So,
what a jerk.
So, when she comes upon them, she somehow shows off that she has black belt skills and takes down the guys even though they have guns. And
you gotta do sound effects and voices.
And so she takes down the bad guys, and she comes up to me.
I want to hear your impression of yourself.
All right, this is Alex impersonating Alex.
No, first this is Emma Watson. So she comes up to me. She says, "Good jolly ho, boy! I just saved your life." And so then I go, "Yes, Emma Watson, you did save my life. So I will split the money with you." And
plot twist. And this is going to be in the style of The Village. A plot twist where the very reality of what you're watching changes. It's actually a puppet show. And that's why it sounded like Potter Puppet Pals. Emma Watson. And it ends with her saying, "I will do karate!" "Oh yes, show me your karate," and they start smacking each other in the head. And then it shows Tristan holding the puppets, and he's wearing a straitjacket, and he's at Arkham Asylum.
Wow, that's pretty impressive that I can hold puppets and wear a straitjacket.
It's like you've halfway taken it off.
You still have it on, but the straps aren't all together.
Yeah,
They're not.
because you're entertaining the inmates or whoever the patients, I guess. Yeah.
Plot twist, I pull off my mask and I'm the Joker. With all these tattoos on my face from the Suicide Squad.
By the way...
But they're not really going to have those
Yes, they're not going to have the tattoos. That was just a picture celebrating, like, some sort of anniversary, I think, regarding the Joker. And so it was tattoos inspired by all the different iterations of the Joker. That's not what he's going to look like.
That makes me happier.
In fact, I think... we, as a podcast, posted the link on Facebook after I saw elsewhere. And you actually commented on it, Tristan.
I did. I felt the need to.
And you're acting like you didn't know.
Well, yeah.
I just like how Joe's like, I think we posted it when you're the one that posted it.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know.
I wasn't who posted it, but Tristan also commented on it. So he already knew.
I commented on it as though we had never talked about it on the podcast.
I would have commented on it, but I still don't know how to change it so that I don't comment as the Player 4 podcast.
There's a little button that has the P4, and if you click on that, it's a drop down. It says post as Player 4 Podcast or post as Black Alex, and you got to click Black Alex.
I don't think it'll say Black Alex.
No, it will.
I think it does. I changed it for you.
That's what it looks like on my screen, at least.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's do one more round. So Alex is starting and ending it.
Oh, God.
And Tristan, give us a male lead.
Trying to think of a male lead that we haven't used before. How about Pierce Brosnan?
Oh,
Just to keep going with the English.
Brosnan.
Remington Steele, or for those that are younger, 007. But for those that are older like us, Remington Steele. Which I preferred his Remington Steele.
I actually knew him first as 007, so...
I've only seen one episode
you know Pierce Brosnan, too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, but there's no strings I can pull with him. He's not 007 anymore. Now it's Daniel Craig.
Anyway,
Craig.
So I'll give a female lead. Opposite Pierce Brosnan, we'll go with Barbara Dunkelman. And Alex, genre.
You're playing a dangerous game by adding Barbara.
We could get in trouble.
Oh, I plan on getting in trouble. You might have to be bleeping some stuff.
Okay, I'll have the bleep button ready.
Okay, so what am I supposed to add?
Will it be akin to the tweet that Noah gave me?
I don't know. We'll see.
No, it's what Barbara a lot of times ends up saying. And drawing.
Okay.
So yes, the answer is yes.
Okay, so what do I need to add?
For the first time, genre.
Okay, well, Tristan kept interrupting you.
I'm really good at that.
Okay, genre. We're going to go with sci-fi.
Okay. Tristan, where are they?
Well, it's sci-fi. They're obviously on a spaceship in another galaxy far, far away and a long time in the
Unless you've read H.G. Wells, they can be on Earth.
They could be, but not this time.
This time
we're on some other planet.
Okay, here's a question.
They're in a spaceship that is currently sinking into a black hole.
Okay, well that makes things easy. Alex, play out the scenario.
Okay. So, why do you have to make it a black hole?
Because it's better than a white hole?
Oh, God, Jesus.
Giggity?
Okay, so the spaceship is going into the black hole, slowly going into the black hole, and Pierce Brosnan is trying to figure out a way to break the ship out of the gravitational pull of the black hole. However, Barbara instead is pushing buttons randomly, going, "Oh, it's just like the ship's having sex." And so and so the Barbara's button pushing is screwing everything up that Pierce Brosnan is trying to correct, thus making them go further and further towards closer and closer towards the deep black hole. And so then Pierce Brosnan goes over and slaps Barbara to try to get her to stop.
Plot twist. No, it's my turn. You're next, Tristan.
Oh.
Plot twist. While they're arguing and he's slapping her hand, they get sucked in, and all of a sudden they're back in the ship. Nothing's changed at all. Only they're 10 minutes in the past. So they're still heading towards the black hole. And they know that they're about to get sucked in because they still remember getting sucked in, but now they're 10 minutes prior to getting sucked in. They see the black hole coming towards them. And Pierce Brosnan says, I can't do a good Pierce Brosnan. So Barbara says, well, if I push more buttons, then maybe it won't go in the black hole this time. And Pierce Brosnan slaps her hands preemptively. And he doesn't say anything because I don't do a good Pierce Brosnan. And that's Pierce Brosnan. And so he says that maybe they should steer the ship in the other direction. She says, we can do that?
Plot twist. The former captain of the ship has already made off with the steering wheel. So they can't, in fact, turn the ship around. But as it turns out, Barbara's button pushing is causing them to utilize the black hole's gravitation to slingshot around it instead of go in.
And out, and in, and out.
And in, and out, and in and out. And she's very happy about this.
And she's just making little jokes. Hey, look, it's funny. And Pierce Brosnan doesn't think so.
And then
Still waiting on
black.
Alex's final plot twist.
Hold on. I'm getting there. You guys made me go on for a while. Tristan, keep going.
I was waiting for them to get closer to the black hole.
As they're slingshotting around the black hole, Jason Voorhees from Jason X appears on the ship and begins chasing them.
Wait, why did you do 2 plot twists at once?
Because she wouldn't interject.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got to go on further.
Okay, fine. Plot twist. Jason Voorhees actually turns out to have a degree in astronautical physics, and instead of trying to kill them, he ends up finding a spare steering wheel, putting it back into place, righting the ship, taking it past the black hole, and escaping. And then they all have a nice little tea party that Pierce Brosnan set up while Jason was saving them. The end.
And then the holodeck malfunctions, and a whole bunch of college sorority girl holograms come to life and kill Jason Voorhees.
I would not watch this movie.
I would.
This is a terrible movie.
Yeah, I'd get to the part where Jason Voorhees has a degree, and they have a tea party, and then turn it off. Unless if I got to that part.
You'd watch it for Pierce Brosnan.
That was fun.
That's a word for it.
That was... it happened. That was
You
that.
heard it. You can't unhear it. So everybody not watching the video podcast is going to have a lot of trouble with tonight's episode.
Why?
Just because of our shadow puppetry, mostly.
Oh, yeah, they can't see what we're doing with the shadow puppetry.
So you should hype up the video podcast.
They'll be like, if you watch the video podcast, you'll see our shadow puppetry.
There you go.
And then they'll get to this part, and they'll realize that we were
Joking.
lying. Yeah.
There is no video podcast, I'm sorry.
Yet.
Yet. I mean, you never know. There could be one later.
Like next week.
No.
Oh.
Because I don't know why. Reasons.
Once we somehow all move so that we're all in the same place.
We'd all have to go to Houston because Andres is going to be on next week, and I'd have to drive there. You guys would all have to fly there just so we could do a video podcast, and then we'd go home.
Yeah, it sounded like you said undress.
Maybe I did.
Uh-oh.
This is it's the Undress podcast.
The more you
Pants
know.
time is before nap time, not before.
Pants off time.
Non-pants time.
Alex, save this.
You can't save this. The only way you could save this episode is to have Haley suddenly appear and rip her pants.
That's too bad that we don't. This is the first podcast that Haley doesn't do anything to herself.
She's not here.
I know exactly, and so this is the first time that it doesn't happen.
It's true.
That makes me sad.
We'll just splice in something she did from a previous episode onto the end.
Okay.
I think it's time to wrap up, though.
Okay.
So say goodbye, everyone. Until next time.
Goodbye, everyone. Until next time.
Next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
It was Megan.
You
was
mingy
so-
binge.
That was
I had a
so
gaff.
mingy.
I had a gaff.
You mingy.
Oh, I did a
spat.
gaff. I gaffed it.
Oh, did it dig down? Did it diggy do?
Did it dig-a-do?